So, like I said, this is who the Bears picked. I find it interesting. Let's see here. Let me put this here so that. Okay. So, what do I think about it? The Bears has totally turned from a defense juggernaut to an offense juggernaut. You have Dunze, you have now Barden, the third, second round pick, 39th pick from Missouri. Speeder receiver, you have the offensive tackle from Boston State University, and now you have three players that the Bears drafted within the first two rounds. And then you get Turner, who's a second round pick from a really good school. So I'm just trying to think all of this, what they're going to do. Probably going to use, obviously, the offensive line. They got the offensive tackles to back up behind Alex Jones. And, the interesting part of that is, not Braxton Jones. Alex Jones is the conspiracy guy. Braxton Jones, because he's hurt, you got a swing tackle right there. Then you have the burner receivers, Dunze, and now the receivers that they got from Missouri. And the interesting part of that, you don't know where the Bears are going to go. Obviously they didn't fix the running back. They thought they were going to trade Swift. I don't think so. If that's all smoke and mirrors. I wanted them to get Henderson. They didn't. But I think the Bears switched the offense around. I never seen the Bears do this, and I'm almost 45 years old. I haven't seen it when I was 5 years old and won the Super Bowl. Yeah, they had a top 10 or maybe top 20 offense in '85, and was it '93 with Kramer? 95 with Kramer. It was 29 touchdowns and 3,800 yards or something like that, almost 4,000. That's when Waddle and Kozlowski and the other players were playing with Neil Anderson a long time ago with Conway and all. I think the Bears are going to do pretty good. I like the picks. It's a very bold move. You could see Ben Johnson's his ideas in there. The Bears has never drafted that except when you're playing Madden or you're playing mock draft or something like that. That's what you go for. The question is, why, if they did this now, why couldn't they do this for Justin Fields or Mitch Trubisky? It's a real difference is that the mental capacity that Caleb Williams has over Justin Fields, or even Jay Cutler and Mitch Trubisky. All four of those quarterbacks were athletic. I think that mental issues of the bad passes and interceptions that Cuddy or Cutler used to do, and Justin Fields running and hit a player and ball bounces off, and Trubisky throwing interceptions in the most unusual ways, especially on national TV. Something that Caleb Williams didn't do with a bad offensive line. It was not much of a help. And on top of it, you had an offensive coordinator that got fired. A head coach got fired. He started all 17 games. The interesting part of that is that is also they have the backup quarterback, not who they've had for a couple of years, the undrafted rookie quarterback, but they got the ex-Vikings quarterback as the backup. So they're gonna have three quarterbacks on the roster, and they should. The interesting part of it is I never seen the Bears do this. Are they going to go and put a 50 burger on Green Bay at home or even at Green Bay? I mean, they beat Green Bay the last game, and they should have beaten that game in Chicago, and that kick was illegal. So the Bears should have swept the Packers and got this close. Could have beaten both the Vikings and Lions, except that one game the Lions blew them out in. But point being, that's what I think. Now, let's see how this all goes. Day 3 is tomorrow. Rounds 4 to 7 is at 12 p.m. ESPN or ABC, also probably on the radio and NFL Network. So we'll see what they do. I believe they had the 4th round pick, and couple 5th and a 7th. I don't see them trading down. They might trade up, actually, or we'll see. 7th round picks are basically practice squad teams, but players, if you see a tackle there, or you see a running back or a receiver, a defensive tackle, defensive end, corner, or safety, you can probably put him in the practice squad. 4 to 5, 4th to 5th round, you can get a solid backup. Maybe one day could be a start. I mean, look, Tom Brady was a 6th round pick, so you never know. But, what do I think about it? I think the Bears will flip being the worst offense and sacked to one of the top 15 offenses for this coming up year. If everyone's healthy and everyone clicks in, do I see Caleb Williams breaking the Bears record with 29 touchdowns? Yeah, if he's healthy, yeah, he could. And he probably will break the 4,000 yards throwing, especially who they've been getting. Burden, the third from Missouri, as the third receiver, the slot receiver. And you got Colson Loveland as the second tight end behind Cole Kmet, which is going to be interesting. So they're going to have 2 tight ends and each skinny posts. Probably DJ Moore in the post. You know how Madden, how they go skinny post. You have that, and then you have the deep threats, which would probably be Burden and Adunze. And Adunze is really good catching the ball, going backwards. Obviously, we know that with the Green Bay game, when the Bears beat the Packers finally, since Thanksgiving, what was it, 2013, 2014. So that's what I see. I find it interesting. I believe within time the Bears will make the playoffs and actually win a playoff game, whether that's at opponent away or that's at home. Do I see the Bears going to the NFC Championship game? Yeah, in a couple of years. Do I see them winning 1 or 2 Super Bowls? Yes, I do. They continue this, they will. They have defensive keys that they signed up. Edmonds. They signed up Gordon. They probably signed up the other players too for multi-year contracts. Within the salary goes up and everything. So, I see the Bears sweeping Green Bay next year, and even sweeping the Vikings, and splitting with Detroit and going for that NFC North Championship division, which might actually do happen if the Bears are healthy and they're on a ride. Can they knock off a good team? I'm not saying like the Eagles, but another team. Yeah, they could. It's a possibility. So, could they challenge the Commanders? Yeah. Especially with that game, how it went. I want to be surprised, especially if it's played in Chicago. Yeah, the Bears will win. I'll be curious. That's just my point of view. Please like and subscribe. Goals 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time hours if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Newsbreak, goals 100,000 followers. I'm at 61, almost 62,000 followers. So I appreciate everybody out there who are interested in Bears or Chicago sports comments. Want to subscribe, go to chicagosportsblogs.com. I'm at 456, I think. Goal is 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 or 3,000 watch time hours to qualify to be monetized. And if I do that, I'll be able to do more. And really quickly, this is I got this as a Christmas gift last year. It's all the Bears players from my sister. And also, I got this. Let me get it really quick. This is a mini helmet. Signed by Dan Hampton. Brother got me this, so. Yeah, and then also, I have it somewhere. Let's see. yeah, so I have this with the cat, and then I have signed McMahon, framed, which is really cool, right? Same right here. So I'm a big Bears fan, as you can tell, and well, the other teams too. But like I said, please like and subscribe and follow. That kind of thing. If everything goes good, hopefully I'll be able to go to Chicago to a game, which would be great, right? And I'll bring you guys with me. So please like and subscribe and follow on YouTube, Chicago Sports Vlogs, the Archivist on here on Newsbreak. So thank you and appreciate it. Bear down.